Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I'm here at Europa Park. I can't wait to be back here at what is my favourite theme park in the world, and today is a very special day because the park is celebrating 50 years of operation, and as part of their 50th anniversary they've got a new ride, a Mack Rides gameplay theatre, which I'm looking forward to experiencing for the first time. I was last here in December and I got on lots of rides. However, there are so many rides that I didn't get on last time. There are lots of areas I didn't even see last time. There is so much of this park that I still haven't even seen. It's such a huge park, and as well as that, as today is the actual 50th birthday, the park is open from 9 AM until 12 AM, so 15 hours in the park. It's just gone 10 AM, so yeah, literally this is going to be a 14-hour day here at Europa Park. I can't wait to get back in. So many amazing rides. I can take you on with me as well with the GoPro. It's going to be an absolutely incredible day. So they've got a bit of an exhibition going on throughout the park. Of course, this park is owned by the Mack family, also known as Mack Rides, and as you can see here, they've got a train on display for Time Traveller at Silver Dollar City, which was the original Mack Extreme spinning coaster. And you can see they've got this on display here. However, they've actually dressed it up to make it look more like the Ride to Happiness trains. So of course you've got all the gears on there, you've got the speakers on there as well for the onboard audio. They actually ended up using the same trains, I think, for the Ride to Happiness, and then they just dressed it up a little bit more, because you can see it's got Silver Dollar City on there, but then it's got the speakers and the gears from Ride to Happiness. That's really cool to see. Hopefully we'll see more extreme spinning coasters out there soon. Well, we know we're getting one at Plopsaland, Germany, so that's really exciting. Here we go. Front row on Voltron, let's go. Ready for a bit of a bounce. Time for some bouncing action. Way! Oh. Way! Little pop of air time now, ready for the launch. Oh! Way! Oh wow! Oh, that hang time! Oh my god! Hang time! Oh, and the best part about this ride is we're only halfway through. Here we go, ready for a backwards launch. Whoa! It's so intense! Oh my god! There we go, there's Voltron. Oh, what a ride! So Voltron was absolutely incredible there. It was great to get back on that world-class coaster. So much air time, the hang time, it's nice and smooth. It's a long ride as well. Of course, a lot of people, when it opened last year, said it was quite rough. I don't know if they've fixed those issues now. I've never found it rough. I guess I've just always been lucky, either that or it's just not that bad and a lot of people are complaining about nothing. Of course, it does have a little bit of a rattle to it. However, it's not rough by any means. It's not uncomfortable. It's a fantastic ride and it's so long as well. The fact that you get to that halfway point, normally a lot of roller coasters would be over by that point, but that one you're only halfway through and then it just keeps going. 7 inversions on there. It's just an absolutely incredible ride. The theming on there is amazing and the queue moved so fast as well. It was advertised 45 minutes and it ended up being about that, but that's 45 minutes of pretty much constantly moving, which is absolutely fantastic. So you never feel like you're just standing about waiting for ages. The queue does move really fast, which is fantastic. I'm now going to go for a ride on Silver Star, the park's B&M hypercoaster. Go, ready for some air time. Love a B&M Hyper. So Silver Star was fantastic. There's some brilliant airtime. Really enjoyed that. And at the exit, you come into this museum for the park's 50th birthday. And look at this amazing model here. You got Wodan on there, Atlantica Super Splash, and you got a bit of Blue Fire there as well. Literally, oh wow, there's so much in here. Look at this model here. I'm definitely gonna have to take a detailed look through here at some point. You got a whole timeline here when different attractions opened. Oh, this is incredible. I'm gonna have to have a good walk around here later. Here we go, here's one of the sets for Pirating in Batavia. That's incredible. There is so much to see in here. I'm looking forward to that at some point. I'm here for 3 days, so I'll come in here either later on or during one of my other days here. So it's time for me to go on a new coaster now, time to get a new coaster credit. So I'm gonna go on the Eurosat CanCan coaster now, which is this indoor roller coaster right next to Silver Star, and it's inside this big Spaceship Earth looking building. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting on here. Didn't realise I was coming back to Epcot today. Looks just like Spaceship Earth, just smaller. 30-minute advertised wait for Eurosat CanCan coaster. So with this being an indoor roller coaster, you might not see too much on the GoPro, so I'll film with POV, see what comes off on the GoPro, and then I'll decide how much I'm going to put in the vlog. But I probably won't put too much footage of this ride in, because yeah, you're not going to see very much. That was really good. So Eurosat CanCan coaster was pretty good there. The coaster itself is absolutely fantastic, nice and smooth, really long. It's pretty intense as well. It's got some big drops in there, lots of helixes. It goes on for quite a while. There were definitely some lighting effects not working in there though, because I have seen POVs of that ride before. And there were definitely some sections in there, especially towards the end, where the lighting wasn't working, because you could even see some of the theming in there, but it just wasn't lighting up like it should do. So yeah, it wasn't exactly pitch black in there. You could see like where all the theming was, and that did take away from it a little bit. What if the lighting was working? It would be really good, because you could tell they were supposed to light up once you went past, but nothing happened with it, especially at the end. But it was still a really good ride. I did really enjoy it, and yeah, with the lighting effects actually working on that, I'm sure that would be a fantastic ride. The audio's great in there, but the coaster itself is absolutely brilliant. A really good indoor roller coaster. Here we go, time for a ride on Madame Freudenreich's Curiosities now. I didn't get to ride this last time, and it's an Omnimover dark ride. Look at this looks nice. So I walked straight on to Madame Freudenreich's Curiosities. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's the way I'm going to pronounce it for now, because I don't know what the right pronunciation is. And that is one of the cutest dark rides I've ever been on. It's not the longest of dark rides of any point. It's actually fit into a really small amount of space. And with the Omnimover ride system, it's really good how it can spin you around to look at different scenes. And you wouldn't know that there's actually a scene that you've already gone past right behind you. So it's actually in a really compact space. It goes around in a little loop. But then because it can spin round to make you look in different directions, you wouldn't know that there's scenes that you've already seen, like right on the other side of you, right behind you. So a really good use of space with that. The story with that ride is pretty much this lady's keeping dinosaurs as pets, and she throws like birthday parties for them and feeds them cake. It's a really cute ride, really well themed, some great animatronics in there. I really enjoyed that. That is a fantastic dark ride. I'm going to head into the Greek themed area now. This is an area that I'm pretty sure I didn't even step foot in last time I was here, and there's a couple of coasters to get on in here and also another dark ride as well. So I'm going to start off with Poseidon, the Mack Rides water coaster. Right then, it's time for Poseidon. Going up the first lift hill. Great views of Silver Star. Whey! Here we go! Whey! Oh, it's a bit rough. Whoa. Only a light sprinkle there. Nice and refreshing. There we go. Time for round 2 now. We got another lift hill. Right, then we got a big drop coming up now. I love the views of Silver Star you can get on here. Oh, look at that view in front. Look at Voltron. Oh my God. Whee! Whoa, that's a bit of airtime there. Oh, nice little sprinkle. There we go. It's a good ride. Straight on to Pegasus now, the Mack Rides youngster, and there's a Europa Park blimp up there. Look at that. Don't know how well you can see it on the GoPro. There it goes. Let's go. Oh, hey. Oh, nice and smooth. There we go. That's a good junior coaster. That was really good. So both coasters in this area have now been ticked off, Poseidon and Pegasus. Both really good fun. Of course, Pegasus, a great junior coaster, nice and smooth, not too intense, but a lot of fun. And that's exactly what a junior coaster should be. It's a great introduction to the bigger rides here at Europa Park, and that's exactly what it was meant to be. And then Poseidon, a great water coaster. There was some interesting profiling on there that kind of beat you up a little bit. However, it's a lot of fun, and that surprise airtime moment on the second drop as well, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to get thrown forward like that. Not too wet on there, just a nice sprinkle on there as well, so even if it's not really the weather for a water ride, you can still go on there and not get too wet. I'd have liked to have got a bit wetter today with it being a hot day, but you know what, there's lots of other rides here at Europa Park. They've got a rapids and a log flume and another water coaster as well, so I'll check those out during my time here. Maybe I'll get on the other water coaster later, I don't know, I'll see how it goes. I'm going to go for a ride on Voltron though now, because it's literally just over here, and I really want to go for another ride on it, so that's where I'm going to head to. So I had my ride on Voltron, which was fantastic, and I'm now going to go for a ride on the new ride for this year, Grand Prix Adventure, the brand new Mack Rides gameplay theatre, one of only 2 in the world. This was the first one to open. It opened a few months ago, and then of course Ghostly Manor opened at Poulton's Park. Apparently Ghostly Manor's better than this one though, but this is one of the big ones. Poulton's Park got one of the smaller ones, and this is one of the bigger models, so I am looking forward to giving this a go. Here we go, we've got quite a nice queue line in here, some nice theming. There we go, we've got a teddy on the sofa there as well, watching the TV. So I only put in a bit of footage there from Grand Prix Adventure because yeah, it was all in 3D. You had the 3D glasses on there. As soon as you get the 3D glasses and you see them in the queue, you know that you're going to be in for a screen heavy ride. And yeah, that one is pretty screen heavy. There's lots of scenes on there though, so the ride system itself is absolutely fantastic. The Mack Rides gameplay theatre is amazing. I love what they've done with that, with the fact that, especially with the one at Poulton's Park, you can fit what is quite a long ride into a small area. That ride feels like it goes on for ages, and it does an amazing job at making it feel like it's actually put in a massive space. There are so many different scenes in there, more than I was expecting. On Ghostly Manor, you have about 8 different scenes. I'm sure there were more on there, but it felt like it just kept going and going for ages, so that was really good. But yeah, it is very screen heavy. I do prefer Ghostly Manor at Paulton's Park, because I do like with that how you've got the set pieces and the actual theming in there as well. But with that, it is also interactive as well, just like Ghostly Manor. So the fact that you can interact with it is really good. So yeah, it was good to be able to do that. But it was pretty easy to operate the guns as well. Like at first, I didn't really know what to do with it. It felt like it wasn't really working. It was quite difficult to be able to at first tell which one was my one, but then when I figured out, and then you can start shooting whatever you're shooting at, and it gets quite easy. But yeah, it is pretty screen heavy. I would have liked some more theming in there. However, yeah, it's a nice ride, and it's a great addition here to Europa Park. There's definitely gonna up the capacity of the park, and it's also promoting their new film as well, which is going to be releasing later this year, the Grand Prix of Europe. Right then, here we go. It's time for a ride on Blue Fire Mega Coaster. I'm on the back row. Some nice theming in here. Nice airtime there. Oh my god. There's some really close near misses on this ride. Here we go. Final inversion coming up. One of my favourite inversions on a coaster. Here we go. There we go. There's Blue Fire Mega Coaster. That's a great ride, really like that. So Blue Fire Mega Coaster was absolutely fantastic. I do really like that ride. It's not the most intense ride ever, however, there are some great inversions on there and some really good airtime as well. I do really like the airtime. The near misses on there as well. Oh my god, there's a couple of tunnels on there and you feel like you're getting so close to hitting them. It's really, really exciting, like just going through them. It must be really, really close. Obviously it's perfectly safe, but you get really close. And then the airtime on there, the lap bars are really nice and comfy, and that final inversion is absolutely brilliant. It's like a mini version of the Mosasaurus roll on Velocicoaster. It's amazing. Great fun ride, and I'm looking forward to more rides on it over the next couple days. And I'm now going to go for a ride on Wodan Timber Coaster, the park's GCI wooden coaster that's located right next to it. Right then, towards the front row. So noisy. Towards the front row of Wodan. Right, let's go. That thing is wild. What a coaster. So fast. So Wodan is an absolutely incredible coaster. Yeah, it's towards the front on there. It's even better towards the back. The airtime on that ride is wild. It is so fast, so intense. It's an absolutely fantastic ride. Really nice and smooth. It's not the longest of wooden coasters, however, it's still a good length to it. It doesn't feel like it's over too quickly or it's too short. It's just a nice length, great airtime, forceful, intense wooden coaster, and it's absolutely brilliant. Lovely and smooth, but still got that classic wooden coaster rattle that you would expect on a wooden coaster. You don't want it to be silky smooth, you still want it to feel like a classic wooden coaster, but of course this is a much more modern one, but it's still got that rattle that you'd expect from a wooden coaster, exactly the right amount of smoothness. Right, time for a ride on Piraten in Batavia now, and we're about to go down the drop. Oh my God! Piraten in Batavia is an absolutely fantastic dark ride. There are some massive scenes on there. Of course, you start off by dropping down into that first scene, which is amazing. Then you go under, you go through the waterfall, which turns off, and you go into this massive scene with all the rope bridges and the wooden huts. That's an amazing scene. There's a section in there where you're in a jungle. There's an Arabian area in there, a big scene themed around Arabia with lots of animatronic elephants and lots of lanterns hanging from the ceiling. It's an incredible ride. I absolutely love it. The theming is amazing and the set pieces are massive in there. Some really grand, impressive scenes. I'd like it to be a bit longer, like maybe even if it was just like one more big scene, that would be nice. However, it's still an absolutely incredible ride. I do love it to bits. the sun's starting to go down, all the lights are coming on around the park. I've done a few re-rides. I went on Madame Freudenreich's Curiosities, again, whatever it's called. I had a ride on Silver Star, and I had a ride on Voltron as well. Now I'm going to go over to Wodan to go and have a sunset ride. So Wodan and Silver Star are closing at 10 o'clock, and I've got about 40 minutes to go to get a ride on Wodan. So I'll go and get in the queue now, have a sunset ride on there, and then there are still 2 hours left after that to go on the other rides. However, apparently there's some kind of special surprise at 11 o'clock. It says on the app to keep your eyes peeled for a special surprise at 11 o'clock. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't even know particularly where it is. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect with it. I'm imagining it's fireworks, but then at the same time, if it was fireworks, surely there'd be a specific viewing location for it. So I don't really know, unless it's going to be fireworks where you can see them from wherever in the park. So yeah, I'll have to see what happens with that one. But it's something to celebrate the 50th anniversary, so that'll be exciting to see. So the queue for Wodan was massive. So instead, I'm going to go and get a new coaster credit. I'm going to go for a ride on Schweizer-Bobbahn, the Mack Rides bobsleigh coaster. So here we go, let's go for a ride. And of course, I'll take you on with the chest-mounted GoPro. It's going to be a bit of a semi-night ride for this one. I'm going to go over to the France section in a minute to go and wait around for whatever's going to be happening at 11 o'clock. Look at that sky over there with like the sunset. Oh, Voltron looks incredible as well over to the side. Here we go. Is this going to be smooth? I've done a couple of these and they can be a little bit rattly. Let's find out. Whee! Oh, not too bad so far. Whee! Oh, it's picking up speed. There we go, that was pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Decent little ride, that. So I'm going for a ride on Atlantis Adventure now after a ride on Schweizer-Bobbahn, which is pretty good there. I did really enjoy that. It's pretty short, however, it's got some nice theming on there, some nice tunnels, some good drops, helixes. It's a pretty good fun ride, and I did enjoy it. It was nice to have the front row on there as well. A really nice, comfortable ride. But yeah, here we go. This is an interactive dark ride. I didn't even realise this was going to be interactive. But yeah, we got these guns in front. Here we go. I'll try and shoot with my left hand and see how far I get, but I don't think I'm going to get very far. I think you can spin it as well. Here we go. If I do, yeah, here we go. It's like Buzz Lightyear, the Disney parks where you can control the spin. That's pretty cool. So I just had a ride on Atlantis Adventure. Didn't get too much footage on there because one, with the UV lighting, it didn't show up the best on the camera, and two, I was also trying to like play the game as well. However, to be honest, it doesn't really matter that I didn't film too much because it's nothing special. That it's not the longest of rides. It's a decent length. However, yeah, it would have been nice for it to be a bit longer. But a lot of the theming in there was very 2D. You could see a lot of the workings behind the theming. Like you could see all of the different things that was making them move, like all of the different wires that they were on and everything. So you could see all that, and like all the spinning stuff that was actually moving them around. You could see all of that. So it wasn't the most immersive. However, the fact that it was interactive did make it a bit better. However, the targets, some of them definitely were working on there, because as much as I didn't do great on there with the shooting, I was definitely hitting some and it wasn't doing anything. But yeah, I didn't do very well on there at all, to be honest. There were lots of targets that I was missing, but also there just wasn't very many targets in a lot of the scenes. There were loads of scenes in there, and pretty much, like I'd say probably about 70% of the scenes in there, I was just like, what am I actually supposed to be shooting at? Because it just felt like there weren't any targets. So they could do with there being more targets in there, because it felt like there was a bit of lack of targets in there. So it's about 10 minutes to go until 11 o'clock, and I'm here in the France area, looking straight towards the Eurosat CanCan coaster, and let's see if anything's gonna happen. I decided to come here because this is like one of the most iconic photo spots of the park, so I thought if anything's gonna happen somewhere in the park, this is probably gonna be one of the best views of it. So it has come to the end of one of the best days that I have ever had in a theme park. It's been absolutely incredible. A long day. This is how you celebrate a big birthday. Of course, I was at Portaventura a couple months ago for their 30th birthday, and they had nothing on the scale of this. Their big 30th birthday show wasn't even ready for the 30th anniversary. This park, they've got a new ride, they've got a movie coming out, they've had fireworks, they had a disco there, the park's been open till 12 o'clock. I'm losing my voice. It's been absolutely incredible. I've got on so many rides today, and I can't wait to be back in here again tomorrow for another day. So there we go, that's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.